Environmental commitments. Adding a commitment. The purpose of this flow is to walk users in the environmental group through adding a new environmental commitment to a commitments PP. Double-click on the applicable record. Each location for this project will have its own commitment record. Ensure that the record that is being edited is the correct location. Click Edit to begin editing this record. Click Commitments to open the detail form. Every commitment added to this detail form appears as a row, called a line item. Click Next to proceed with adding a new commitment/line item. Note: line items can be edited and deleted as needed. For step-by-step instructions, see the self-help. Click Add. Select Add New Commitment if adding a commitment that is not associated with RTE, ESA/EFH or cultural resources. Examples include hazmat, floodplains, noise, navigable waters, etc. Select Link Existing Commitment to add a commitment that has already been added to the RTE, ESA/EFH or cultural resources detail forms. Select Add Standard Commitment to add the 2 standard commitments, lock and permits, to this record. There is a record picker field for each of the options above. The applicable record picker field will be editable, white, depending on the option that is selected. Commitment category used to select a new commitment. Existing commitment category used to select an RTE, ESA/EFH, cultural resource. Standard commitment used to add a standard commitment. All other fields are editable but not required. The rest of this flow can be skipped. Click Save. Click the record picker icon, box with check, to open the commitment options, and select the commitment. Click the drop-down arrow to select the detail form that contains the applicable commitment. For example, select Cultural Resources to link a Cultural Resources line item. Select the agencies responsible for enforcing this commitment, if applicable. Multiple agencies can be selected. Click Next to proceed. Provide a response for if there is an associated Memorandum of Agreement, MOA. Select if there is an associated permit. If yes, the existing permit must be selected in the next step. If no, the existing permit field will be read-only. If existing permit equals yes, click the record picker icon, checkbox to the right of field, to open the permit options. The permit must be added to the permit detail form before it can be selected here. If existing permit equals no, click Next to skip. Click on the permit that should be linked to the commitment. Click Select. Provide the details related to this commitment. These details will be included on the environmental statement for this commitment. Click Next to proceed. For linked RTE restriction commitments only. Expand this block to view the auto-filled dates from the linked RTE line item. Click Next to skip. For hazardous materials commitments only, click to expand this block. Click Next if this is not applicable. Click on the record picker icon to select the hazardous materials record. Click on the applicable hazardous materials record. Click Select. Provide a response for the commitment detail. Mitigation. This is a requirement of law, permit, or policy that is intended to protect, reduce, avoid, or compensate for the adverse effects and environmental impacts associated with the project. Stewardship. This is not a requirement but an effort to enhance the environment through conservation, protection, and other sustainable practice to improve the ecosystem and human well-being. Select all documents that contain information on this commitment. If the commitment can be found on a plan sheet or special provision, provide the page number or provision number. Click Next to proceed. Use commas to separate the different pages and a dash to identify a series of pages, i.e., 1, 2, 6 to 8. Select Environmental Statement, if this commitment will be included in the environmental statement. Select the project phase that will have responsibilities for this commitment. This field can be left blank if there are no responsibilities. Click Next to proceed. Select the section that will be responsible for this commitment. This field can be left blank if there are no responsibilities. Click Next to proceed. Provide commitment requirements for the responsible section. Ensure that the information provided is detailed enough for the responsible section to provide the appropriate work. This field can be left blank if there are no responsibilities. Click Next to proceed. Click Save. The commitment is added as a line item here. The commitments are set up to sort by project phase. Click Next to close this flow. Click Submit to submit your updates. You have successfully added a commitment to the Commitments and Permits BP.